Hey, and good afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski coming to you here with a live update here on the Weather Nerds channel as we're tracking another active weather night ahead for us. So I just want to give you a quick update on what you can expect here over the next several hours as we're going to continue to watch this storm system that's kind of stuck in the country. It's going to continue to bring parts of the country with some more heavy rains. We had, I think, 35 was the official last update as far as the tornadoes we had yesterday. We had a tornado, the one that we were tracking live here, that went through Lake Park. That was actually an EF3 rated tornado with winds up to 150 miles per hour. So again, we're not expecting anything on the level of what we had yesterday. We had over 728 warnings issued, both severe thunderstorm warning as well as tornado warnings yesterday. We hadn't seen anything like that since the end of April of 2011. Of course, remember that big update back then. Now, as we continue to go into this, if you come into this report after its live broadcast, if you haven't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing to the channel. I'll give you kind of a quick update here on the forecast and stuff, and keep you apprised of the latest changes as we watch this pattern. It's going to stay kind of active over the next couple days before a big pattern change brings in some colder weather going in toward next week. So let's go and take a live look at what's going on out there right now, out there across the country, as we're looking at a few areas of severe weather out there currently. The target zone that we're going to watch is going to be here across portions of Arkansas right now. We're seeing several of those tornado warnings up there right now south of Little Rock. And of course, this stretches over into areas of northern Mississippi as well. Like seeing in Mississippi there, you see the new warning that just got issued here. Again, 60-mile-per-hour winds, 1-inch hail with this one here, just to show you as an example. And a lot of these are going to be rated around that area here for today. So we're going to continue to see those continue. We've got about 8 different warnings out there. And this continues right along that boundary. Again, we're going right over into areas of Kentucky. You see a warning there, and going all the way over into West Virginia. Even over into West Virginia, you've seen a warning all the way over here. So this really stretches and encompasses a very large area here with the severe weather that's going to continue in tonight. But the big target zone is really going to be back over here toward the Little Rock area into Arkansas. Again, this area got hit very hard yesterday with a lot of severe weather. So let's go ahead and take a look at the categorical breakdown here. This was updated here from this morning's update that I did, and I want to go ahead and break this down for you here, again showing you the breakdown from the Storm Prediction Center. So obviously we've got that moderate risk here, targeting portions of Arkansas, coming back into parts of Oklahoma and Texas. So that's going to be the target zone here for the most intense severe thunderstorms. Obviously, you have that slight risk there on either side of that here, is looking at your forecast here. So again, looking at your day one here. I'm sorry, I did that again. Day one, you're looking at this going in for today and for tomorrow. So we got today and tomorrow. Boy, I can't believe I did that back-to-back days. But here we go. So there's your update here for today. There's that orange, that's enhanced risk for today. That's day one. And it's just, again, the same area is going to get hit today and tomorrow. It's just unprecedented with this. 3 days in a row to see something like this. I can't even recall seeing something like that as far as short-term memory is concerned. A little sliver there for the severe weather for tornadoes at 10%, right along that boundary. That's where the cold front's kind of logged up in there for right now. So that's what we're seeing here for the rest of tonight. And then there's the wind threat running very high there across portions of Arkansas and coming back in toward Tennessee right through there. Again, the same areas that got raked yesterday in some semblance. And then there's our hail threat right there as well. So a lot of hail with these storms. We saw quite a bit of that yesterday as well. Now we'll go to the day two, getting ahead of myself a little bit there. But there you go. That's the target zone for tomorrow. Moderate risk again. And Arkansas and into Texas, your day two. That's going in towards your Friday. A very busy day ahead expected there as well. Breaking down the categories for that, going in toward tomorrow. Again, tornado risk running higher in there, 15%, running in there through Arkansas and parts of East Texas. Wind threat kind of stretching there from portions of Indiana, stretching from there back toward Texas. We'll see that for tomorrow as well. And then we'll see that hail threat, also that pocket area where that severe weather is going to be for tomorrow. So we got today and tomorrow, but tomorrow appears to be the worst of the days ahead here as far as the outlook is concerned. All right, let's look at your day three. Day three will take us into Saturday. We have that enhanced area. Again, a little bit further south. Again, a little more Louisiana than this on day three as far as the severe. Then this thing starts to move. As we look at the day four, we start to shift into the southeast. We'll be shifting it over into areas of Georgia, Alabama, and the Florida Panhandle. That's what we'll be looking there going into day four, finally getting this thing to move on out. And by the time we get towards Sunday, we'll finally clear this thing out, and we'll see things begin to improve. But let's go ahead and see what we're going to expect here for tonight. For the rest of tonight, let's go ahead and look at the latest forecast model data here. As I've got the latest up, I'm going to go and track this here as far as the severe weather is concerned. So what we're going to look here at first is going to be the reflectivity, kind of the radar simulation here, so you can kind of see where we're expecting the active weather here going in toward tonight. So there's our current setup. You see that boundary that's kind of stuck across that region here, and that's where we're getting all the current watches and warnings up right through that zone. So that's our firing mechanism. Kind of a narrow field on either side. So you notice it was kind of a very skinny field there, not nearly as expansive as what we had yesterday, but still, the problem is you got all this rain continuing to fall over the same ground. All right, so you had several inches yesterday. You got several inches falling again here for today. So let's go ahead and look at the forecast models. Let's go ahead and take a look at that right now as we'll go ahead and watch this. Watch the time stamps up there in that upper right-hand corner there, and we'll go ahead and take this through here going in through tonight. So again, looking at that line, it's getting very skinny, that little corridor going right through Kentucky and through there. We got some energy that's going to kick out of here toward Texas. And as this kicks on out, what's going to be interesting is that they're going to have a snowstorm in Texas on one side, and they're going to have severe weather on the other side. You can't make this stuff up. I'm telling you. Watch what happens there across the Texas Panhandle as we go in toward tomorrow. It's just amazing to see this as we go through the forecast period. Watch this goes on through. You see that? You see it going to come on in going in through Friday. We've got the heavy rain. There's those heavy thunderstorms. Boom. Goes right in there on Friday. You see that? That's where we're going to watch for that severe weather, the highest risk in there. That's where that moderate risk was lighting up. And we got this low pressure here kicking out of there, and we're going to see the snow erupting here going Friday into Saturday. Friday and Saturday. I'm going to get my days straight in my head. I think part of it is that the days have been running together this week. It's been really crazy. So watch this as it goes on through here. Here comes that snow. Look at this. Boom. We get a snow. We get more heavy rain, more thunderstorms coming in. And we're going to go into Saturday here. Saturday afternoon, you got a snowstorm out here. We got severe weather here. We have to watch Louisiana going into Saturday, going into day 3, and this will push off. So this is a 48-hour high-resolution run. So by the end of the run, we're going from summer-like thunderstorms to blizzard-like conditions there in the Panhandle. Just unbelievable to see this kind of weather come to fruition. Again, we're going to be dealing with a high helicity tracks here, still showing a cloud. Not looking bad tonight, though. Look at this. This is going in for till 2 in the morning. Let me go into the central portion here a little bit. Again, not that bad. This is nowhere near as bad as what we were seeing yesterday. You see that in that zone right through there. Let me go back to the United States here and going forward. But we do see a spike going in toward tomorrow. Watch as we go in toward going to Friday late. We see a little more tracks there across Arkansas. Again, where that moderate risk is going. So we'll see more tracks here across that zone. We got to watch for potential tornadoes. And that'll continue to move off toward the east there. So you notice we see a spike there across Texas and then coming in toward Arkansas going into tomorrow. That moderate zone we're tracking there for severe weather. And obviously the instability factor is going to be key on this. Again, this is your significant tornado parameter. We're looking at the helicity, the wind shear. We're looking at instability, and kind of put those together. And you can kind of get an idea where the highest parameters are going to be here. It's just kind of waffles in the same area. But look at a surge going into Friday. See, it really goes up there. So that's why we got that moderate risk here going in toward tomorrow, because we see a real uptick there in potential tornadoes in the same areas again that got raked yesterday. They're going to do it again going into Friday. And then going into Saturday, it looks like this begins to shift a little bit, but still, Arkansas still under the gun. We got that enhanced area, and then we get a little more Louisiana in there as well going in toward your Saturday. So again, a couple very active weather days ahead for us as we kind of watch this kind of thing come to fruition. So let's go ahead and look here. I want to go ahead and take you to the big map here. We're going to look at the European model. We're going to watch this thing finally kick out as we head toward this weekend, okay? Or as we go toward the weekend, we'll see things begin to clear on out. So again, it's going to stay very active over the next couple days in the same area going through Saturday. So again, the areas here in the country, in the central portion of the country, we're going to continue to stay very active in here for a couple of days. But going in towards Sunday, we finally see things begin to kick on out. That's the good news there. This will track on. We get the snowstorm there across the Texas area. This moves into the south going into Sunday. I still think we'll get some severe weather here across Alabama and Georgia. Is coming into prime heating there. Right now, I'm thinking slight risk for that day right now. Possibly enhanced, but slight risk. Then this clears on out, and then by the time we get into early next week, the pattern changes significantly colder here across the northeast, and we see things quiet down here across the country. In fact, I think after we get past this upcoming Sunday, I think we get a breather for about 8 to 10 days. I don't think we have any kind of severe weather coming at us here for the next 10 days. But the big question is going to be the severe weather. We got some tonight. It doesn't look overly over the top. We'll see a surge again for tomorrow. again, watching that where that moderate risk is. And I'm going to go back to that map. I'll show that again. I want to show these two one more time. And let me show this again for those coming in a little bit later. Again, what we're looking at here is your day one outlook here is showing that enhanced area along that front, kind of a narrow area here based off what we're seeing off the radars and stuff. So that's what we're watching here for tonight. But tomorrow, as you saw with the tornado parameters really kind of picking up there, you go into day two, and boom, we got a bullseye there of a moderate risk here across portions of Texas and Arkansas. Not quite as big as what we had yesterday, but we could see several tornadoes and potentially getting up to some strong ones into that zone yet again going into Friday. And it's not going to be till Sunday. Sunday is when we'll finally see things begin to settle on down. So again, looking at that satellite imagery right now for tonight, you see those hefty thunderstorms blowing up. You see those bright reds and yellows. You know you got some heavy thunderstorms in there for tonight. Obviously, I don't know what the last death toll I think I saw was 4. It might have gone up a little bit. Obviously, you had that lake, the city there across northeast Arkansas that got nailed pretty good. Another one in Tennessee that got nailed pretty good. The last damage report update here, and you can see that right here. The number of tornadoes right now, it was sitting at about 36. So 36 of some 685 reports. So just unbelievable numbers there through the middle of the country. Significant tornado outbreak, and unfortunately we did have a loss of life with this as well. All right, so I'll have another update for you guys again for tomorrow morning. We'll see what's going on with that. We may, and I will stress this, may do some live coverage tomorrow night. We'll see how things are going, but you'll at least get an update. I'm going to continue to do these updates here for folks that want to get them quick, down and dirty, get an idea of what's going to happen with the storms. And because trying to do live severe coverage when the big boys are going is kind of very difficult. The Godfather had 5.4 million people watching yesterday compared to my 400. So it's a big disparity there. You can't do that too much. So we're going to continue to do these updates, keep people informed, get you down and dirty, let you know how long it's going to be sticking around. And we'll do these on a regular basis, and we'll also promote them through some ad buys and do that way, and we'll continue that. But don't worry, when we get areas like Sunday impacting my backyard, I'm definitely doing wall-to-wall on that, have to, because I got the audience that definitely wants to see that. All right, that's y'all's update for now. You guys take it easy, be good, stay safe, and we'll see y'all next time tomorrow morning with another update. You guys take it easy. Love you guys.